If anything, the year of 2003 in popular music should be remembered for one thing and one thing only: the year the Diwali rhythm infiltrated the charts. It's inarguably one of the most popular dancehall rhythms of all time that would be used or imitated throughout popular songs for nearly the entire 2000s decade. It served as the driving force for Rihanna's breakout single Pon de Replay and the vivacious command of Sean Paul's Get Busy. The rhythm itself has been utilized time and time again to call attention to the dance floor, but one of the biggest songs from that time period that utilized the rhythm took a bit of a different approach, and noticeably so. The artist that goes by the name Lumidee took over the airwaves with her hit single, Never Leave You, Uh-Oh, which is commonly remembered for its uh-oh hook. The song permeated through thousands of pop culture in a way many songs did not. The song was released in 2003. It first gained its buzz in New York, becoming a wildly popular song that seeped its way into the airwaves, and being remixed with various other songs that also utilized the rhythm.
People started calling the radio for it and everything like that. We pressed up CDs, started giving them out, and it just, it took off. And I was like, I don't know, it took me by surprise. It's like, you have dreams and everything, but you don't really think it will. It was too big too soon. It would have been better to kind of build to that, but to come out so big so soon, that's why you get labeled something like that. Like, how you gonna top that one? Of course they're gonna call you a one-hit wonder. Yeah, because it's like, I never heard of you, and now all of a sudden you got this huge hit. And it's like, to certain people, they don't understand. Like, I say a huge hit, and I'm not just saying it because it's me. It's like, it really, I get shows to this day just off of this song. They still, I get like I travel the world just off of this song. Like, who you are. It's like, people could say what they want about the record. It was like so wrong, but it was so right. It's like, I just, thank you. I travel the world off of this. So, if I had to do it over again, I mean, hey, it happened how it happened, and I'm good with it.
The song's success quickly generated interest from multiple labels, with Lumidee ultimately deciding to settle with Universal Records. The song would eventually surge to the top 3 of the charts in both the USA and UK, hitting a peak of number 3 on the Hot 100. We can't talk about this song without talking about the vocals. The song is pretty much entirely sung off key, and according to Lumidee, that's because the song's vocals were recorded to an entirely different backing track, and they later switched out the instrumental for the rhythm. While the vocals did gain some negative attention, funnily enough, they also were a huge part of the song's selling power. It's not a technically great vocal performance. So many notes are missed, and at times the vocal tone is shrill, but it succeeds in emotional intent. She at least sounds emotionally involved in what she's singing about. And it's the type of song that everyone can sing along to, because it's very simplistic. It's not really the type of song you sit and listen to admire every detail. It's more about the feeling, a sing-along chorus over a minimalist beat with an addictively catchy hook. Speaking of the formation of the hook in 2003, she said, "Uh-oh, I can't take credit for that." She admitted. The song was too short, and Ted said, "Write a bridge." He was like, "Just say uh-oh. I recorded it and I hated it, but it's just so catchy. I think it just blew up like that because it's different." It's like, what is she singing? Either you're not gonna like it, or you're gonna have to love it. Some people be like, "I hate this," and the people who like it really like it. I don't know. I don't have such a strong voice, but it's different. I don't sing like I came straight from church, but it's different. Whoever likes it wants to hear something new. Lumidee's first album was put together very quickly to capitalize on the success of the single. The success of Never Leave You happened so fast. One week I was in my house doing nothing, then the next week I'm on the radio. And now I have a new deal and I'm on TV. On my first project, I didn't have time to record new songs for the album, so the world basically got to hear my demos, she said.
Definitely, with my attitude and who I am today, like how I am, I think I definitely got a thicker skin, and I could have dealt with it better, and I think I'm more ready for it now than I was then, but things don't always come when you're ready, so you got to take it as it comes. So it happened how it happened, but I definitely wasn't ready for such a huge hit at that time. I mean, mentally, in no way was I ready at all. How did that song come about?
The album was recorded and released within a matter of weeks of her getting signed. Her debut album was released in 2003, prophetically titled Almost Famous. It's never a good sign when your debut record hints at almost obtaining what you set out for.
Tell me, why did you entitle your album Almost Famous?
Cause basically, people know the song and they don't know me. I hear people talking about my song or singing it right around me, or they could be saying they hate it or whatever, you know, or it's just crazy. Like, people don't know my face, they don't know me yet, and I'm not all the way there. Like, the song is big, but I'm not yet, you know, so basically it's Almost Famous.
In the album, she also exclaimed that she had the entire world singing off key.
I got the whole world singing off key.
While the rough, understated bareness was beneficial to Never Leave You, mostly due to the instrumentation, it was like the perfect meeting of both worlds, that same approach was not effective for producing a hit of similar stature. She would also come to face tension with DJ Ted Smooth, who was responsible for producing her breakout hit. After the hype for Never Leave You dwindled, Lumidee prioritized her career in Europe. Eventually, her deal with Universal Records fell through. In 2007, nearly 4 years after her debut, she staged a musical comeback, proclaiming her second album, Unexpected, her first true album. All the success from my first single was too much too soon, says Lumidee. It was hectic, scary, and I didn't know what to expect.
So success came real quick, didn't it?
Yes.
How did it feel?
I mean, honestly, felt like nothing, because it, you know, when something happens so fast, you don't get a chance to really feel it. It's like it was real quick, and it was just like bang, 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 and okay, what we do now? Basically, that's what it was. You know, it was a little too quick for me, and it was an uncomfortable situation. But at the same time, I would not take it back at all. Anything the way it happened, because it got me where I am today, and I'm living a whole different life, something that I never thought I'd be, you know, living. I'm a lot more comfortable now.
She set out to break away from the one-hit wonder label, and the first single from the album, She's Like the Wind, managed to have some prosperity on the charts, landing on the Hot 100, but it didn't generate nearly as much interest or memorability to break away from the one-hit wonder label. Lumidee remained relatively quiet in the media, and in her music career following her second album, dropping mixtapes and songs every now and then. In 2021, she independently released her first album in years, titled 1013.
What I give myself into with you, trying to find another thing to do, set to hit you when you cross my mind, but that be all the time, running out of places to hide my...
Ultimately, Lumidee had all the makings of a one-hit wonder, and Never Leave You had all the makings of a fluke hit, with the inclusion of an unexpected rise that seems it was too much for her to handle at first. Perhaps if her label didn't rush her album out and took time to craft another hit, she could have had a few more big songs. But Never Leave You still stands as one of the defining songs of the early thousands. The minimalist feel almost has a haunting vibe to it, and it makes it stand out from the other songs during that time that used the same rhythm. Off-key vocals and all, it still bangs and is still very catchy.